AFTV 2-0 to the Arsenal. Was it comfortable or was it nervy for you?
I think it was comfortable, but our finishing wasn't there. But listen, one thing that I've been listening to all the interviews, right? And one thing, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Greek, but my blood is red like Arsenal and this microphone, right? And what I will say, my intro, before we go on, no, actually I'll answer Robbie's point. I get what Belgium's saying, right, Robbie, because they were quite physical. They were leaving the foot in. They're Greek, right, from Greece. They've won the most titles in Greece. They're champions. That light-skinned black guy up front, the Brazilian guy, he was class, man. You've got to respect the other team.
Yeah. Listen, they've got
good, a lot of people,
some
Robbie,
good players.
Yeah, Robbie, do you know a lot of times, let's see where Arsenal did this wrong, that wrong. When you love football first, you have to be honest. You have to be objective, not subjective, right? Respect the other team, yeah? They were a good team. They were physical, man. They were leaving the foot in. So I get Belgium's point, Robbie, right? That we were losing it a bit in midfield. But that football, let's be positive, right? I'm a King Arteta fan, yeah? Right? They're Greeks. What are the Greeks famous for? Apparently Sparta, right? Who was the king of Sparta? Leonidas.
All right.
His captain was called Stelios. Our king is Arteta in this Arsenal revolution. That's what's going on right now, an Arsenal revolution. And we will dominate for the next 10 years, whatever. It is happening. We have the best squad in the world. Anyone argue against
the world?
Me? In the world. In the world.
Laughing.
You can laugh.
It's a great squad in the world.
Right? We have the best squad in the world.
Justify that.
I'm not deluded. I'll give you an example. Me and Robbie been watching football from time, right? What did I say to you in the previous interview about Martin Odegaard? He will rise. And what's the reason I gave you? Form is temporary, class is permanent. Yeah? That Odegaard today, do you remember Liam Brady? Do you remember David Rocastle? Yeah? The intelligence, the pass. Who else can pass? Eze's the only closest one that can pass the football like that. Yeah? Odegaard is the best player in this club. Right? He's the best player in this club. His brain, most of football, Teddy Sheringham, Tony Adams, not pace, right? Not pace, right? The pace was in the brain. You got to read the game, right? All this about Van Dijk. Tony Adams, John Terry, not fast. They read the game, yeah? And another thing, Gyökeres, right? That was his best game for Arsenal, Robbie. And I'll tell you why. The physicality. They were putting 3 players on him. That guy was fighting. It reminded me of, do you remember young Frank Stapleton for Arsenal before he went Man United in the 80s, in the 70s, right? Alan Smith, a proper number 9, and football's changing. It's not all this passing back. We are doing tiki-taka. Another thing about Arteta, all these people are slagging him off, right? When he makes things wrong, I'm not a sheep, we'll criticise him, right? Arteta, Arsenal's football, when Arsene Wenger was manager, was noted at one time as being better than Brazil. Do you remember that, Robbie? It was amazing, right? Now, Arteta, he didn't just play for Arsene Wenger. He selected him as a captain, Robbie. He's a leader. People keep forgetting, right? You've been doing this for 12 years, Robbie. That's his first job. All right? Football's not easy. You've got all these big juggernauts with loads of money, Robbie, right? And all these people that he's competing against. But look at the squad. He has arrived on planet Jupiter, and the squad is here. He's warriors like the Spartans, right? I'm Cypriot. I have to represent. Sorry, Robbie. I grew up Caribbeans, but I represent Cyprus, right? You're loved in Cyprus, by the way, everywhere. Right, Robbie. He was accused of being very defensive and stuff, right? I think. Do you know what, Robbie? We kept saying maybe he'll listen to the fans. I think it seeps through to him. You've got some of the best attacking players. Namweri, he's got to be given time soon. They're queuing up. We have a squad. You can rotate them. And I'll tell you one reason why I'm positive, that a lot of these young players won't want to leave, Robbie, right? Because they're seeing where Arsenal's going. Look what's happened recently. Noni, I want to come Arsenal. Gyökeres, I want to come Arsenal. Yeah? We attract them because they see where we're going. Some of that football tonight, Robbie, okay, we didn't put the ball in the net. Okay, what's his name? Trossard. His decision is known as one of the best finishers in the club, Robbie. But we have to be constructive in our critique. Some of his finishing and passing decision making wasn't there. So I think maybe we should have made a few subs earlier. But you've got to respect the other team, Robbie. They were a class outfit.
Can we go all the way in this tournament?
Yes. I think, you've seen what's happened to Liverpool, right? I always respect them.
Still early though.
Right, do you know, Robbie?
Still early.
No. I'm going to be constructive and base it on facts, right? Curtis Shaw and Cecil G did an interview about 2 weeks ago, and Curtis is brilliant, his brain, right? Sorry, Cecil as well, right? Cecil G said, do you know the team that's won the Premier League the last 5 years, Robbie, hasn't been the team with the best defence? It's been the team who scored the most goals. Perhaps that's why Slot spent all his budget on more attackers. But if you don't pay attention to a part of your ship, when you're at sea, you go down. No backup for Van Dijk. No backup for Konate having a bad season. Those fullbacks, look at them now. Alisson's out for 6 weeks. We could go top this weekend. Yeah? We have so many options. Robbie, you've got to be positive and you've got to believe. Remember,
I am.
I know you got crap over that, but you believe.
I believe.
Because you're a real fan,
it's early.
Robbie. Right, I believe we can win the league. I think we will win the league, yeah? I think, and also one big thing, last thing, I don't base this on just, I'm an Arsenal fan. I base it on facts. Robbie knows I played at high level, right? We got 8 players, didn't we? Yeah? When you can train and train, Robbie, right? It's like a boxer or anything, cricket, right? You're in the nets, right? You used to play cricket, right? You can train, but the real test is in real life match play, yeah? Eze and Norgard, all these players, Noni, they're blending. They're playing as a team. Look, the chemistry is coming, Robbie, it's coming. Did you see some of the way they one-touch football? Didn't that remind you of Arsene Wenger? Yeah, beautiful football. And that's what we want to watch. Do you know what, Robbie? 3 years ago when we lost the league, right? Those first 19 games and we did so well, weren't it a joy to watch, Robbie? The last time we saw that was Vieira, Bergkamp, these people. Before that, Ian Wright, Alan Smith, David Rocastle, Paul Merson. Right. Yeah? I think 99% we're going to win the league, and we might even win the Champions League as well as an icing on the cake. Up the Arsenal.